Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to STEM at 3 p.m., a closer look. Today, we're going to learn more about the stop motion activity that we've been doing at our Sonic Afterschool program that's housed at PS 129. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So, for those of you who might not know, I'm Ms. Steph, also known as Ms. Farmer, or Ms. Science to some of you. And I teach STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And I'm very excited to bring you a closer look at our stop motion investigation. We're investigating what we can do with these two things, right? Doesn't that sound like fun? So, first off, let's talk a bit about um, animation. Like, what is animation? Here's a definition. So, this is something that you can absolutely try to do at home and you can create a movie. Well, how is making a movie STEM? How does that relate? Well, we know that we use lots of different kinds of technology, pieces of technology, things that make our lives more fun or easier to create art these days. And the particular art that I'm talking about is a movie. And yes, you can make a movie from home. Hello, you're watching YouTube, aren't you? So, we're going to use an app that helps us take lots of pictures, string them together, and then play them in such a way that it looks like we're making a character move. Okay? Now, a character. What kind of character? Frankly, I'm going to use a ball because that's just where I'm at these days. Actually, a set of different shapes and I'll make them move. I think that's going to be really fun and really cool. And in particular, I'm also, like I said, going to use an app that I've downloaded onto my cell phone. So here's the app here. And I have it on my phone. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to open it up on my phone. And when I open it up on my phone, I see these different things that I can do, right? So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's put that to the side. Now I need to kind of think through as a scientist, right? Because I said that this is science. We're going to do something creative, but we need to think a little bit like scientists. I've decided that I'm going to use Claytune, this Claytune product, to make my characters out of. All right. So, using math in lots of ways, I'm going to need to use some math to try to figure out how many frames I need, okay, to be able to create a certain length of a movie. Believe it or not, it's a lot of work to create 10 seconds of animation. It takes a while. And that's the challenge that I gave to the students at PS 129. By the way, hey y'all. Okay, if you're watching this and you want a quick review of the stop motion lessons that we've been doing over the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, so I gave them that challenge. I said, let's make 10 seconds, a 10-second movie. And some of them kind of were like, that doesn't seem very hard. And then others who had done stop motion before said, it might not be hard, but we'll need to be patient. It will take a while. So, like I said, math, measurements, all that kind of whatnot. How many frames a second do I want to set? Uh, do my settings here, right? This app is going to ask me how many frames a second I want to play. So if I make a decision, say that I do 10 frames a second, to make 10 seconds worth of movie, and yes, I'm saying movie, no matter how long it is, it's still a movie. Okay. And so to make a 10-second movie, I need 10 times 10, right? I have 10 seconds. in 10 seconds, 10 frames a second. 10 times 10 is, you guessed it, 100, right? So there's my math. I know that wasn't like too complex, but it's still important. Then also when I'm thinking about the type of material that I'm using, that's another way that I'm using science, right? Um, I tried this, or rather, we tried this together over at PS 129. We tried to do it with Play Doh first, just to kind of see what happened. So, one of the things with the Play Doh is that the Play Doh is very soft and squishy and all that type of stuff. But then eventually, as we know, Play Doh dries, right? So, that's kind of a little problematic because if I'm making um, claymation, right, which is a type of animation. Remember, we did the animation definition earlier, just a few minutes ago or seconds ago, or you know what I'm saying. Okay? We said that claymation is the type of animation using a clay character, right? If I want to make sure that I have plenty of time, if I don't want to like have to finish my project in one sitting, then I need something that's not going to dry. So even though Play-Doh is easy to get and easy to use, that might not be the best thing to use for this project. Yes, you can use it at home if you want to try it. Please, 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 by all means, use Play-Doh like the first time you do it. And, you know, frankly, for stop motion, it doesn't have to be um, claymation, right? It doesn't have to be a clay character. You could make a character out of post-its. Yeah. You can make a character out of a pen. All right. So I've got my clay tune, right? My clay. Remember, you can use any object as a character, right? That's the creativity part. Yep. I'm just going to form a piece. This is very strong stuff, right? Going to form a piece of my clay tune into a ball. Okay, so be warned, I picked yellow this time because it kind of the color like can come off on your hands. And so if you know that you don't like that kind of stuff, definitely try something else. But anywho, I'm just making a couple of shapes. So this first one is going to be a ball. Next one, maybe I want to make into a triangle or a square or a I mean, I could make it into different things. I'm going to try kind of this like log thing. So as you can see, I have my two characters right here. So now I need to break out my device, right? Like I said, you can download the app onto a cell phone or any other type of like device like this, like a tablet or something like that. So I'm going to click New Movie. And it asks you for all these like settings if you want to. It shows you different things, right? It shows you an example and all that type of stuff. Right now, I've decided I would like to use these two pieces and I'm going to make it look like they're moving. Okay. So I'm going to line this up. So you see where y'all can see how I have my characters. And yes, I am calling a ball and a log my characters. Hello, I can do that. Um, I click there. Now, the next thing that I need to do you see how where it says to record? I can either do record now or I can set the timer. So I'm going to set where I want it to take a frame or essentially a picture every 15 seconds. So that's going to give me time to move my characters around. Okay. So that I don't have to actually move my phone around and I don't have to press the phone. I can just move my characters. So watch what I do. Okay. So I figured you didn't want to like just watch me take pictures of the Ryan. I figured you would rather me just speed that up. Okay. So I went ahead and I made my movie. And as promised, I used look, do you see how my character looks a little different? I wonder what happened to my character. This was my ball that I had, and this is my log. See how the log still looks the same. And I absolutely incorporated this pad of Post-its and my orange mechanical pencil. Random Miss Steph fact. Orange is my second favorite color. Yes, I do have two favorite colors. The first one's purple, and then the second one is orange. Um, Anywho, so I used the app, as I said, right? I used the app, and right here you can see there's my movie, right? This is my movie. So I'm going to play that for you. I do want to make it clear to you how this is science. Remember, I said that making a movie involves science, right? So, one of the things is that we're using different pieces of technology that have improved and grown over the years. One being a cell phone or an iPad. I'm editing this video on a computer, so we're using different pieces of technology. That's one of the ways that this is science. Also, science is the study of the natural world. So, learning about properties of materials, thinking about what kind of materials I want to use to make my characters. That is being a scientist, believe it or not. Also, being an engineer, right? Engineering is the kind of science that uses math and science knowledge together to then solve a problem or respond to a challenge. And remember, I gave you a challenge. Make a 10-second stop motion or rather animation video, right? And I told you you can use different things to make your characters. And so we had to think about how many frames I need if depending on how fast I'm going to make the movie play. So I could make it play at different speeds. You'll be able to set that in the app. And I know that you're brilliant, so you'll be able to play with the app a little bit. And then, like I said, so yeah, so the math part, like how many after I figured out the materials, which is really the science part, right? How many frames I will need to shoot, meaning how many pictures I'm going to have to take, and also then planning. Engineers plan. Okay, so what did I want my character to do? Remember, I told you I was going to have my character move around, and you'll see how I had the character move around. Also, how did I want my character to change? Because that's what a character does whenever we go through a story arc. Like the character changes in some way, and you saw that at the end. My ball looks like this. Okay. So it went through some type of change. Okay. And how was I going to do that? And then what type of lighting? Okay. That's another thing that I didn't really get into so much with this one, but how does the lighting affect you? You'll be able to see that there are some shadows that are created by where my hand is and all that type of stuff. And so those are things that you might want to change or respond to, right? So thinking about what did you learn today? How would you change how this investigation is conducted? And what could make it better? What made it like not so great? Those are things that scientists do. Thank you so much for watching STEM at 3 p.m. A closer look. the stop motion episode. Bye.